Hi guys, I'm just going to preface this with I know you can hear work going on that's like somewhere down our road. We're sorry about that. Nothing we can do. It's been going like all day and I've got to film this, so if you can hear that, I do apologise. We'll try and put some nice music so you can't hear it too much, and I'll try and be louder than that. So sorry about that in advance. Anyway, Ren here today, in case you couldn't already tell, and I'm here to talk a little bit about how we've kind of been struggling with like time sharing as a system recently. So when M gets more like stressed and like life events are going on and stuff, she finds it harder to switch, and we sort of get pushed back a bit by like her stress. It's weird, I don't know. We find it harder to be awake and help out and stuff when she's going through a lot. Sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes we could be there and help more, but other times not. And I know that's kind of weird and not usual, particularly in systems. Also, I'm going to quickly say that Em's been really worried about should I even be making these videos, because the way our DID is not super duper similar to the way that a lot of other people with DID like experience it. Like the way that we're able to share memories fairly well is quite not like special in the DID world, but it's not as common. And we didn't want to be like super like, because basically she's been feeling everywhere she looks at all this DID representation that we're not reflected in that. Like our sort of way of being, our sort of system is not seen. And yeah, so basically the whole reason we wanted to make this channel was for that reason. To basically show you that DID is very versatile and like can look like anything, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's not DID. So we wanted to be there for other systems that are like finding themselves and not seeing themselves reflected in other DID, social media or whatever. So I don't think she needs to worry. Like, we're just here telling you guys how it is for us. We're not saying this is how it is for everybody, and we want to be another person and people for anybody else who has DID and is struggling. We just want to be another friendly system to show that, you know, it can be okay and that it can look in all these different ways. So now I've got that out of the way, sorry about that. But now I'm going to talk a little bit about, time sharing as a system and how. So Em's been trying psychotherapy recently. This is only her like second session. And it's been like super duper tough for her. She's been struggling already, but she's not given up and we're going to keep going with it. But that has meant that mentally she's been a bit like taxed and is struggling a bit sometimes. Like, don't worry about us, like we're all okay and she's fine, but it's been a struggle. It doesn't mean it's been super bad, but that's meant that we've kind of not been fronting as often, and that can be difficult for everyone. So when we can't front for a while, Em starts to feel sort of like, I don't know, it's an uncomfortable feeling for her. She feels like she needs to switch, but she can't pull anybody forwards and stuff. It's a difficult thing to explain when you feel like you want to switch and you should switch, but you can't. It's uncomfortable for her. So recently we've come up with this thing where once a week we have a set day and we call it altar day. So on that day it's like any altar who's awake can come out, and for us and for Em and for the system, that's been really helpful. I know that doesn't always work the same for other systems, but for us it's been really helpful because then she can kind of take that stress away of thinking, oh, who's awake, who do I get out, when do I get this person out, all that kind of stuff. And it's just on this day, I'm going to have a break, I'm going to sit in the back, I'm going to, go to my bedroom in the inner world, whatever it be, and she can just take a break. And the whole day, because she's able to step back fully, if anybody needs to switch, it will be between us alters. Although we know she is an alter, but she's the main. In our system, she's kind of got a different role. But yeah, basically the switches can then be between all the rest of us on alter day, and that happens once a week, and it's been really good so far. Like. We had Ashy out to go for one of her walks again, looking at all the bugs and trying to learn more sign language, so that was really fun. And basically we've just been able to have more time to be ourselves, and it's nice for us to be able to be out more, which in turn is nice for Em as well, makes her happy. So yeah, it's a really nice thing that she doesn't have to stress about it when we have a set day once a week, because then she wakes up in the morning and she can just relax and be like, who's closest to the front, who's the most awake, and sometimes that can be quite stressful to identify. So sometimes we like to say who is going to be out first already, beforehand, so she don't have to choose. And then it's just right, I don't need to worry about getting up, I'm just gonna let that person front, and it's a nice break for her. So yeah, that's a thing that happens with our system when it comes to a stressful time. We find it difficult to switch. It's a bit weird. I don't know why it is that way. But yeah. Another thing that's just cropped up into my mind that I kind of want to say is that in the past, Em has said we have functional multiplicity. We don't know that that's true. We don't know if we actually have functional multiplicity. We function pretty well as a system and we share stuff pretty well, but there's still things that she can't remember. She still has amnesia about things from our past, like we all do. So it's not quite there yet, but we do pretty well. I think that's kind of what she was trying to say anyway. And yeah, the only other thing is that the way we've been struggling and the way that Em's been struggling and we've been trying to think of ways of helping it has been kind of indicating that she might have ADHD. I'm not going to say for certain if we do or we don't, but that is something that we're looking at, and I feel like, we share stuff with you guys, so that's the process, and it's been mostly, we think, the ADHD side of things that has been such a struggle for us recently, so we are looking at investigating that. So that's been that, and also the update with the psychotherapy. We can maybe do a video on that if you guys would like, or we could maybe do a video on our reasoning behind thinking we might have ADHD. It's whatever you guys like. Please just put some comments down. If you've watched this and you want to say something, just put it in the comments. And if you have, if you have enjoyed it, give it a like. So that would really, really help us out. We know, then if people are actually enjoying it, and all that kind of stuff. So that is something we are going to start asking for now. We're doing the YouTuber thing of being like, comment, subscribe and all that. But yeah, it would really help us. And we don't mean channel wise, we don't mean help us but boost our channel or anything. No, it will help us mentally, because we'll be able to see oh look, people actually want to watch this, and people are actually enjoying this, so that anytime we're depressed and we're thinking, nobody watches it, it's not worth it, we can see, no, we've got you guys, and this is all of our passion project, the whole system, the Myriad really loves doing this. Oh yeah, last thing, sorry, I've been keeping going. But I hope you guys didn't mind having shorts last week. We are on TikTok. We don't post very regularly on there, but we are on there. And if you want to see these like TikTok shorts before they go up on our channel, follow us on TikTok if you fancy it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. It is really appreciated, and it is what boosts us. This is our like biggest passion project. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you haven't minded me being rambly and dotting these topics throughout the video a bit weirdly. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye guys.